All right, y'all, what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to your favorite WMMA podcast. Hashtag CB99 Talks, episode 187. What's up, y'all? Happy New Year. This is the first show of the year, I think, right? Yeah. Because I've been gone for another week, man. Just chilling out and hanging out, just kind of reflecting on the first week of the new year and everything. But everything's been good. We back again, and fight week is here. Hey, I know all of y'all been jonesing for the fights. Y'all been fiending. A lot of y'all been panicking and saying, "Hey, when we going to get a card?" A lot of y'all been looking for something to watch. Y'all been trying to start fights, you know. But we back in business, y'all. It is another fight weekend, and yeah, it's going down. Let me see. Saturday, January 11th, 7 p.m. Ribas and Dern. They're going to throw down again. Actually, the prelim started 4, y'all. The prelim started 4. So, hey, it's another plus. We got an early card. What's up, y'all? What's going on? BJ. BJ said, let's go. What's up, Paul? Axel, Happy New Year. Sergio, it's a Happy New Year. What's up? What's going on? We back in business, and yeah, man, got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. Definitely want to talk about this card here, Dern Ebos 2. We got 3 WMMA fights on this card, so let's talk a little bit about that here in a little bit. Got to talk about this GFL organization, global fight league. It kind of went under the radar for a while. I remember hearing about Global Fight League like a couple of years ago. Like they were talking about how it was in the mix. But since then, man, they've been springing it on us. I got to look at some dates, like when they got some fights scheduled. But as of right now, they're just loading up fighters. And, Dana White, he has something to say about it, of course. But, hey, I'm all for it, man. Anything that got some fights and you just bringing in people that want to fight and that can still fight. I'm fine with that. Not every level is going to be the level that you want it to be on, but I'm cool with that. What else we got going on? Pena. I know y'all want to talk a little bit more about Juliana Pena. What's her situation? The whole Kayla Harrison thing. Who else you got? Norma Dumont in the mix. They trying to pick bantamweight back up, so that looks interesting, right? Got your girl down here. Again, shout out to Burt MMA. He put up a post that Casey O'Neill has some fight news coming soon. So let's see who it is with Casey O'Neill. Let's see what Casey O'Neill is lined up. Like, who they going to line her up with? Is she going to get a ranked opponent? She's going to get an unranked opponent. We'll see, right? We're going to see, but we're going to talk a little bit about that. Paige, Paige coming back too. I mean, some of these fighters, I know they want to keep fighting, but some people just seem like gluttonous, man. Some just seem like they're glutton for punishment. But hey, we'll see what's up. What else? What else is going on? What else been announced? Got a couple of flyweight fights. What, JJ and Andrea Lee? And, that one kind of has me a little thrown off again too, man. Just seeing that. Just seeing Andrea Lee still in the mix, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah. Norma Kayla is the fight I think they need to make. That's the one. That is it. If Juliana Pena can't fight, Juliana Pena is kind of holding it. I don't know what Juliana Pena is doing right now, man. Like, I don't know if she is sick or what, but that's what Ali said, So we'll see. But let me see. Let me run through this real quick. Let me pull this thing up right here. Let's talk about this real quick, man. Let's talk about some global fight league here. I know it's got some mixed feelings, but shoot, man, I think they got a bigger roster than Invicta right now, man. Like, this is just like some of the women they signed. I mean, they went across the board, man. They just said, let's get some people. Let's get some atom weights. Let's get some straw weights. Let's get some flyweights. Let's get some bantamweights. let's get some featherweights. So Global Fight League, they're trying to get as many fighters as they can right now. They got a lot of they got a good mix too. Like I know there's some fighters off top. I say, oh, what are they doing here? What are they still doing fighting? But I think with that mix, you're gonna still get a good test. Because you got some newcomers, you got some hungry fighters. Like one of the fighters I'm high on right here, Natasha Kutatina, who's an LFA champion. That's interesting because I thought she'd be headed straight for the UFC after getting the interim belt and defending it a few times. Or I thought she would fight for the main LFA strawweight belt and then head for the UFC. But she kind of took a little side turn here, maybe just to get some more experience, which is good. But yeah, you got new fighters like that who are still coming up. But then you got a lot of these fighters that's been around for a while. And like I said, Dana White was talking some junk, talking about, oh man, who wants to see these 50-year-olds fighting? But I'm like, how you going to disrespect some of these fighters when they gave you shows? You know what I mean? Like, how you going to disrespect some of these fighters that are fighting to make a living? You know what I mean? Like, why try to put some of these fighters down? Let me see. Dana White loses another ex-fighter to GFL. Oh, they were talking about Paige. But I still want to talk about Paige a little bit here too, man, because she's kind of in her own category on why I think she might need to quit fighting, because she's just taking too much punishment, in my opinion. I'm just saying. Let me see. Yeah, I see right here too on Instagram. Paige has been back to training. She's training in Top Team. She's back at America Top Team. Let's see if that has any effect. But you see right here, let's see. This is like what? 3, 6, 7, 13. This is just like 26, a little over 30 fighters right here. Let me share the screen with y'all. We're going to kind of look at the roster. I'll show it to y'all. Hold on. Yes, Wildest Moments. What's up, Wildest Moments? Yeah, yes. Tanya Evinger's in the building. Tanya Evinger is back to scrap. All right, let me see. Add. Let me see if I can scroll that real quick. I think y'all can see that, right? Hold on. That's a good thing. Hold on. Let me pull this up here. Doesn't look like it want to share. There it goes. Okay. Now let me see when I scroll it. Will it move? Okay. I'm just looking at it on YouTube because it's making a late reaction right here. All right. Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's moving. It's moving now. All right, so yeah, look, let's see, the future of combat sports meets the draft eligible athletes. All right, so they're pretty full right here, even in the men. Look, okay, you got Frank Murr, Greg Hardy. Everybody still hating Greg Hardy. Junior Dos Santos is over here. Let's see who else. Okay. Wardham's over here. Alan Belcher. This is just their heavyweights. How many light heavyweights do they have? I'm just kind of skimming through the men. Oh, look, Gustafson's over here. Hey, still got to get some work in, right? Still want to fight. Okay. Gustafsson is in GFL. They signed him. Got about 7 light heavyweights. What about middleweights? You can always find a middleweight. Seem like middleweights are easier. Okay, look, Philip Halls, Wanderlei Silva. Oh, snap. Wanderlei Silva's over here, man. He's still fighting. Oh, my goodness. All right, hold on. Hector Lombard. All right. We're going to get to the women in a minute. We just kind of skimming the men here. Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Teron Woodley over here in the welterweights. Okay, you got 15 welterweights. All right, all right. Danny Mitchell, Benson Henderson. All right. Another Nurmagomedov over here. Lightweights. Ooh, they signing a lot of people, man. Real quick. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Kevin Lee's over here. So they got a little over 20. Got their 20 fighters over here. You got Kevin Lee. Come on now, Kevin Lee. Put it together. Okay. Anthony Pettis. Anthony Pettis is already here. And Aaron McKenzie's over here. Featherweights. Let's see what you got in the featherweights, huh? Let's see who y'all got. Okay, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look at bantamweights. Got a few bantamweights too. All right. All right. All right. Women's divisions. Yeah, see, look, women's divisions. You got featherweight, bantamweight, flyweight, strawweight, and atomweight. They got 5 divisions already. When is the UFC going to get their 5 divisions, huh? When are they going to get theirs? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wildest moments. I think a lot of this is for income right now. Some of them still want to fight. Like when you see Paige, I think Paige just wants to fight because income is something she doesn't need. You know what I mean? Like she's already doing the thing on OnlyFans. Like that's making like she keeps bragging about that making more than anything she's ever done in the combat sports world. So it's like we know that you're not doing it for financial success or financial reasons, for her. But of course, for like all the men, I think most of the men are doing it because it's a check. It is a check for the men. But for the women, yeah, like her, I think, yeah, she's the only one that's just kind of forcing herself to fight, which to me is kind of dangerous. All right, let's see these featherweights. Yeah, Evelyn Martins, man. You got Evelyn Martins over here. I was just talking about her in the highlight reel getting knocked out by Autumn Norton and Cage Fury. Okay, she's still a newcomer. She's only 5. She's only 5-1. So Evelyn Martins, this is more of just a growth stage for her. There's still a lot of room for her to grow. She's an up and comer. She's a good BJJ specialist, straight out of Brazil too. Evelyn Martins. So her fighting at featherweight, that's a good sign, I think, for her to grow. Fernanda Garrison, I'm not really familiar with her. She's 1-0, so she's a newcomer too. So these newcomers, that's good. That's good to have them. They got a platform to grow on, right? Julia Budd. Got Julia Budd though. All right, that's the first big name that I think a lot of y'all know, right? Julia Budd, gone from the PFL, headed over here to GFL, right? Julia Dorney, I've seen her before. Still kind of on the fence about her. She's 2-2. She's still kind of newcomer, does a lot of fitness stuff like that, but not really like solid like that to me. I've seen Lorraine Santos fight before. She's 6-2. I can't remember. Let me see where she's from because I'm trying to see like what she offers. Did I see her fight in Invicta maybe? Hold on. Let me see. Oh no, it's Bellator. Yeah. She just fought in Bellator like back in 2023. So yeah, she's still kind of a new fighter. It's just coming around. Nothing like stand out or crazy special about her, but yeah. Marisa Loke, I've seen her before. So yeah, featherweight, even their featherweight division is not huge. It's just like 6 fighters so far. Let's see what they bring. I'm sure they're gonna sign a few more, maybe a few more of those PFL featherweights. Don't be surprised at some point. Well, I would say Leah McCourt could be headed there, but probably not. I don't think she would go over there because I think Bellator is going to keep her for a while. But the other girl she fought, y'all know who Janae Harding is, right? I could see her going over to this organization at some point. All right, let's see. Bantamweights, Alexa Connors. I've seen her. I've talked to her before. I've seen her fight in Peak Fighting. I believe she's fought for LFA too. Yeah, I talked to her a number of times. Haven't really done, like I said, don't really do too many interviews, but just kind of see where these fighters are. and what's next for him. So just ask him. Yeah, Cage Fury. I seen her fight for Cage Fury. Yeah, and Invicta. Yeah, she was an Invicta fighter too. She's been around a while though. She's been around since like I want to say 2015, 2016. So yeah, she's a experienced fighter. Okay, Bianca Daimoni. Don't know much about her. Of course, Brittany Cloudy. I've had her on this channel a couple of times. I know her. Brittany Cloudy. Yeah, she's a bantamweight now. She used to fight at flyweight. If y'all didn't know, that's a good ad as well. Fernanda Barbosa, Giselle Morea. Hey, this girl right here, from Africa, Juliet Chukwu. She just won the EFC bantamweight belt. I think you've seen that, right, Marcus? You seen her, right? Juliet Chukwu. I know Marcus seen her. Juliet Chukwu was fight. I can't remember the girl she was fighting, but yes, she just won a belt last month, I think, or November. She just won a bantamweight title. So that's a good sign too. So she's a new head. She's a new head that you might see run through some girls here and then head to UFC. So I think she's like not necessarily like a promising fighter to the UFC yet, but she could get somewhere. Luz Vasquez, she's undefeated, 5-0. That's a new head right there. You might have for bantamweight. Pandy Kianzin, well, that's a former UFC fighter. She's like an experienced fighter for these other fighters to fight. Quayla Braga, I've seen her fight a couple of times. Talita Bernardo. We all know Talita Bernardo. She just lost the belt to Jennifer Maya. Tamiris Vidal just got cut. Talita Denise, not too familiar with her. Tanya Evinger in the building. Okay. BJ, what'd you say? Oh, you had it. Tanya Evinger was your first interview. Oh, okay, gotcha. Tanya Evinger. Okay, man. That had to be a minute ago. Tanya Triple Threat Evinger. Zarina Turi, 5-1. Yeah, she's kind of a newcomer. I know I've seen her fight. Zarina Turi. I think I've seen her fight. Let me see something real quick, y'all. Zarina Turi. 5-1. Let's see. Claire Guthrie. Oh, yeah, she beat Claire Guthrie. Veronica Smokova. Yeah, I've seen her fight. Yeah, she might be a decent fighter. Here. She might be the one between 5-1 between her and that Chukwu, the African champion. That might be a good. Those some good fights right there. Yeah, that's a few good fights. BJ, they got some good fighters right here. I ain't hating, man. Like I'm a little feel a little suspect on Tanya Evinger coming back now because she have a concussion too. I believe she had some concussion issues. I'm not sure if it was her, maybe it was somebody else, but I get a little worried about these older fighters sometimes. I think the more dangerous ones right now would probably be Zarina. I look out for this girl, Zarina Turi. This Luz Vasquez, she's undefeated, and this Juliet Chukwu from Africa. Yeah, I think she's one that might be bringing it. BJ, you check this African girl out, man. She's a bantamweight champion at EFC. We're Manon, and then we're fighting. Yeah, I think she might be making noise. That girl hit hard too. She was fighting like a beast. So I would say they're probably the ones that seem a little bit promising. Talita Bernardo, I guess, but she just lost her belt right now. I don't know. I'm kind of looking at the bantamweights here. I'm just seeing who might get signed to the UFC. Man, what year was that interview, BJ? Dang, Tanya Evinger. That was a while ago, right? You had to be in high school when you did that interview, right? Were you in high school when you did that interview, man? You had to have been in high school when you did that. Axel said, the main question with the GFL things is what's up, George? How will it work in logistics? They plan to have several teams represent different cities and make them compete. How the training camp will be. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting how they do it. Are they going to do it like Invicta, where they just fight maybe in like one or two particular cities? How like Invicta FC just fights mostly in Kansas City, Missouri, and sometimes in Colorado. Every now and then they'll venture out, but those are their main go-tos. Like, is GFL gonna have one or two major setups? I don't know. All right, let's look at these flyweights. Andressa Rocha, Antonio Silvanetti. A lot of Brazilians. Chiara Pinko. Okay, yeah, we all know her. Chiara Pinko from Bellator. Flyweight. Kind of reminds me of Montana De La Rosa a little bit as far as how she looks and how she fights sometimes. Let's see, Janessa Morandin. Oh, yeah, I remember her from Invicta, Kalindra Faria. Yeah, I remember her as well. Oh, man, she's got a lot of experience. 19-10. Mara Romero Barella. Y'all remember her, right? Mara Romero Barella. Did she beat Tyler Santos? She did, didn't she? That was probably her biggest highlight, right? She did beat. Did she beat Tyler Santos? No. Yeah, she did. She did beat Tyler Santos. It was a close fight, but that was like her only highlight of her UFC career. Matter of fact, she has a win over Kalindra Faria, the girl next to her. So she did get 2 wins. She did beat her and she beat Tyler Santos. She can always walk away and say she got that. Mara Morera Barella in the UFC. Let's see, her fight career in the UFC was 2-5. 2-5. She was 2-5. She won her debut against Faria, lost her second fight to Caitlin Chikagan, and beat Tyler Santos. But then right away got knocked out not real quick, but got knocked out by Lauren Murphy. Then she got beat by Montana De La Rosa. Then she got submitted 2 times in a row by Courtney Casey and MBS, Mara Buena Silva. But that's interesting. You know how her skill set did enough to get her a victory against Tyler Santos. So very, very interesting though, right? Very interesting. But it was a split decision. Sometimes styles make fights. All right. Miao Ding. China. That's interesting. We don't have too many Chinese flyweights outside of like Wayne Kong, right? Okay. I don't know much about her. 18-8. Maybe do I? She's been around. Hold on. Maybe I just know her by look, but Miao Ding. Let's see. Was she fighting in like? Oh yeah. She's been fighting a lot of just like Chinese organizations, Dragon and so on. Okay. She got a lot of fights though, but nobody really known. So there's not much to say or you can tell about her because she hadn't really fought anybody outside of China. A lot of no Brazilian names or American or any names like that. Okay, and last but not least, you got Paige Van Zandt signed. Paige Van Zandt back again. Paige is a masochist, boy. She wants some punishment. I don't see how she does it, man. Like when you already got the money and everything, and you know that your face and your body is your money maker, and you're married and you're 30 years old now. Like, I wonder why she still continues to fight, man. Like, how does she still continue to, go through these different phases? Like she went through MMA. Then she went to bare knuckle boxing. Then she went to power slap. She just loves taking a beating, man. I think she really likes being punished. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. Like she likes being punished. I'm just saying, like, she's one of those type of girls that don't mind like getting, spanked or slapped. You know what I mean? I don't get it though, man. Like, if you got the money now, and like I said, your face and your head is your main money maker, where you brag about it and you continue to say, hey, I make more money outside of the UFC. I make more money outside of power slap. I make more money outside of bare knuckle boxing. All of that. Why continue to fight? And she's like I said, she's training with some heavy hitters right now. She went straight to America's top team. She's training with Kusatina, Dakota, um, Kayla, and all of them. She's back in the mix with them. I know they roughing her up, man. They are probably roughing this girl up right now. So I hope she can hang with them. I'm not being mean, but I think that whoever they match her up with, she might be taking another L real quick here. I mean, she did get dropped by that YouTuber as well. Like when I saw that YouTuber she was fighting a little while, yeah, she went to boxing too. She went to regular boxing as well. She went into boxing and she got dropped in that fight against that YouTube girl. I knew that YouTube girl was probably going to drop her because I was looking at how she was training, and that girl can throw some nice punches. Like, girl's a YouTuber, but she was turning over her punches, and when she dropped Paige, I was like, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, yeah. So flyweights is not too big. They only got like 8 as well. But yeah, Paige is the one I think might not need to be there right now. Straw weights, let's see. B Nguyen. We all know B Nguyen, right? Dang, she's 6'9" now. B Nguyen is a tough little girl too. She's been fighting for a minute. 1FC and so on. Brenda got it. Seen some of her fights. She's still kind of a fresh fighter. She's a fresh face. Uh-oh. You got Hannah Goldie. She's another one. Hannah Goldie, she's another one of them, OnlyFans models. Is she doing it for financial reasons? I don't think so, right? Because she was doing OnlyFans thing. Maybe she need to get off the OnlyFans thing, because she's got a kid too and everything, right? I don't know. UFC, her UFC career she lost her first 2 fights, 3-4. She went 3-4. Her biggest wins were no. 1-4. Wow. She went 1-4. Her biggest win, her only win, was Emily Whitmire, and she lost to Meatball, and she lost to Inoue, Belbita, Miranda Grange. Oh, she lost to Belbita. Ain't none of them girls here anymore. Okay, so Hannah Goldie, I can't say, man. Like, might be a stepping stone for one of these other girls, like this girl Isabella de Padua. I've seen her fight. Isis Verbeek. She lost to Josephine Knutson a little while back, right? I think she's a pretty exciting striker. I like her. I like Isis Verbeek probably the most out of all of these straw weights. Jessica Panay. Oh my goodness. Jessica Panay still in business. Jessica Panay is my age, so I'm always looking at her like, uh-oh, it might be about time to hang it up, girl. We the same age, so I'm thinking to myself, hey, it might be time to stop taking punches and getting choked out. You know what I mean? We're in that same age bracket. This is a new girl, Kayla Harancho. She's been around low key on a lot of other organizations like Combate. She's a good boxer. I think she's going into boxing. She's pretty decent. Comes out of America Top Team. Eva Dorothy. Haven't seen her. Oh, BJ's fighter. Livia Nas Souza. She's back in business. All right. Maria Louise de Abreu. Melissa Maya. Yeah, not Natalia. Wait a minute. Did they misspell her name? Is it Natalia Kusatina? I thought her name was Natasha. Like a Russian, right? Yeah, her name is Natasha Kusatina. No, well, it's either one, I guess, because here they say Natalia and here they say Natasha. So call her either one. Natasha Kusatina, I would probably say, is the more promising. I know she's a little bit older. She's like 35, but she's a champion right now. Judoka, pretty well rounded. I think she stands out the most to me. Let's see, Pamela Mara, Randy Field, Sylvania Montero, Viviana. Oh yeah, y'all remember Viviana Pereira, right? Yeah, Yasmin Castano. Y'all remember Viviana Pereira, right? She fought Tatiana Suarez a while back, right? Yeah, y'all remember that. All right. So that's the strawweight. Strawweights, I think strawweights got more. Strawweights look like they got more so far. Where's Randy Field? I know I seen Randy Field fight a couple of times. Excuse me, Bellator. Yeah, I've seen her fight in Bellator. Okay. All right, and they got atom weights. I think Kayla Haracho could be an atom weight. You only got two. Claire Lopez. I know Claire Lopez. I saw her. She lost to Yasmin Jauregui and Combate. Oh, Jessica Aguilar. Can Jessica Aguilar make atom weight? Like, how big is Jessica Aguilar? I always thought she was just like a legit straw weight, or maybe even a. She's another one. She's a year older than me. She's 42 now. Jessica Aguilar, yeah, she's in the age group. Me, 20 wins, 10 losses now. I remember her last fight against Danielle Taylor, I believe. Let me see. No, she fought a couple more times after that. It was 4 years ago, but when she fought Danielle Taylor, let's see, she lost to Wei Lee, Marina Rodriguez. Her only high wins were like Jody Escobar, but yeah, man, like I didn't know she's 5'3". I thought she's kind of big though, man. I didn't know she could make atom weight. Well, anyways, that's all the fighters they have. Atom weight doesn't really look like much yet. Atom weight, not really much to kind of work with right there. But yeah, they are signing everybody. They are signing everybody. They're signing a lot of fighters across the age group. From young to old. I'd say the good thing about that is like the young people can get experience by fighting some former UFC fighters like Mara Barella or Jessica Pena, Pereira, and Aguilar, and so on, right? So the young fighters, they can kind of use that as a stepping stone for them. And for the older fighters, I mean, they can get a couple of checks out of this. But to me, man, I'm still like, like Paige, man, can she continue this though? Can Paige just continue to fight like this? It's a dangerous thing, man. Like, I hate to see her go out with CTE or something. I hate to see her, get that type of damage, man, because she is. I don't see her getting better. Like I always see her wanting to fight. Of course, Paige wants to fight, but I don't see her getting better as a fighter. Like I don't see anything changing. I don't see anything improving. Like, oh, she's knocking girls out now. Her boxing is better. Her ground game is better. It's almost just like I said, she just enjoys getting punished sometimes, or just enjoys the pain. But it'll catch up, man. I just think with the way whatever she's doing now, if you brag about money over here, then to me that's like where you should probably stay, because eventually the day is going to stop whenever you can't do that anymore. And fighting and training and sparring and all of that is going to take its toll too. And at her age now, I was thinking it might be time to retire. Because I see some fighters like. I think a fighter like Rose Namajunas, like if Rose starts to lose bad, she'll retire. Or like if Rose never reached a high level and became a 2-time champion, I think she would have retired a long time ago. There's some fighters I think mentally know that once they can't hang anymore, they'll be done. But some fighters just stay around too long. Because unlike all the other fighters, I mean, Paige still has an avenue to make money too. She still has avenue to make money. So why mess that up now? But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say on that. But yeah, I was just looking, man. Yeah, GFL. I mean, I'm gonna tune in when they start fighting. Though I'm gonna tune in. I'm not gonna be going in with high hopes, like thinking it's gonna be UFC level fights, because it's not. All right. Axel said, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know Claire Lopez. She must have fought in small organizations. Yeah, she's fought Combate, and I don't think she ever fought for Invicta. But I think she's fought for Ryzen too. Yeah, she's fought in Ryzen and stuff like that. Yeah. She's fought in Ryzen and organizations like that. Yeah, Panay's never gonna make 105. She can just make 115, but yeah, she'll never make atom weight again. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Robot Chicken, what's up, man? Yeah, a lot of these fighters I've been seeing for a minute, man. They've been around for a while. All right, so let's take a look at what we got going on this weekend, man. I know that's what y'all been waiting on because it's been a while. We got a fight card, first one of the year. Dern Ebos 2. I see a lot of people mad that it's a main event, but hey, it's cool. It's cool with me. I mean, I thought the fight was going to be in December, but they moved this to be a main event for, I believe, some other reasons. Somebody had to pull out, right? Um, all right, this card starts at what time? 4 p.m. Let's see. First fight on here. Who you got? Ernesta Karatakai. Nicole Cagliari. Well, that's not the first fight, but I got it on the screen. So let's talk about this one here. Let me see if I can. Was Nicole Cagliari? Was she fighting? Was she in the Contender Series? Did she beat somebody in the Dana White's Contender Series to get here? Let me see. This flyweight fight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she got a submission win over the other French girl, Corinne Lefranbois. Okay. Yeah. I remember now. Yeah. Let's see. This girl is 8-2. How many submissions does she have on her record? She has 3. And she has 3 submissions and about 4 finishes. So the girl's got some power and she's got a ground game. Well, her first loss came to Siri Kondo, who used to be in the UFC. I remember her. That was like 8 years ago. She's lost to Kay Hansen like 5 years ago. That was a long time ago now. So, I mean, since then, she's gone on a 4-fight win streak. She was out of the game for like 2 years. She's back. Cagliari is only 28 too, so she's young. She's still growing. So this could be a dangerous fight for Ernesta. Ernesta, I think, is probably her strongest opponent to date. This girl's big and strong too. She's 5-1. Her UFC debut against Diani Barbosa this past summer. I know some people thought that Ernesta won that fight. This girl has some power though. Like she has some decent striking. Like as far as like her combinations, she's big, very durable. 5'9", 71-inch reach. She knows how to use it too. So I think she'd be a pretty dangerous fighter for Cagliari to try to mix it up with. I think Cagliari would be better off trying to get this fight to the ground, use a ground game, kind of like how Diani Barbosa did, but don't spend too much time trying to strike with this girl. Honestly, man, I think this girl Ernesta, she might be like a durable flyweight, one like that might be able to take like a punch from Dakota, I think. I'm not saying like she's as technical as Dakota, but she might be one that could bring it as far as like maybe slugging it. Like her, Jasmine, you know how they can take those punches. That'd be an interesting style matchup. But yeah, this girl Ernesta, she can hit hard and she has a pretty good chin herself. She's like 26 years old and like I said, 5'9". She's a big flyweight. Like I don't think she's like great technically yet, but I think she has some pretty good skills, pretty good stand-up skills, still growing. But she's kind of one of those hit hard girls and likes to trade. So seeing her and this girl here, I think there might be some trade moments, but it's going to be kind of like a striker versus grappler. I'm going to go with Ernesta in this one. I think that, she has good takedown defense. She's been working on that. And if she spends more of the time on the feet, I'm going to go with her. Yeah, I think I'll go with Ernesta in this fight. Okay. Yeah, I remember Paul. Yeah, I know Kelly already trains with Marina Rodriguez. I remember her being there at her fight in the Contender Series. Yeah, she should be ready. She should be. I think I'll go with Ernesta still though. Cagliari is pretty good as far as getting the fight to the ground and having pressure and having wins in several departments. As far as submissions and some TKOs there. Yeah, I think she's pretty. She is pretty well rounded. We'll see how that one goes. These unranked fights, they're a little harder to call sometimes, but we'll see who shows up. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think they are gonna put some action. They are gonna have some action moments in this one. I don't think it's gonna be a boring fight because Ernesta's not a boring fighter either. Like her last few fights have not been boring, even in like kickboxing. Let's see. Let's backtrack here. This is the first women's fight kickoff 2025. This here is Fatima Kline, her official debut, right? This is her official debut here. She's in the weight where she needs to be at 115. Let's see. She's taking on Victoria Dudakova. Let's see. Dudakova is 8-1. All right. Dudakova is 8-1. Kline is 8-1. Let's look at Dudakova's record right here. Dudakova's been in the UFC now for about a year, a little over a year. Her biggest wins are Estela Nunez and Jin Yu Fry. Then she lost to Sam Hughes, got outworked, out wrestled in that fight, right? Since then, she's been kind of having some weird things going on, right? She pulled out of that Melissa Gatto fight at the last minute, like right before the walkout, right? She had some staph infection issues that she even fought with. That was kind of, And even like in her fights against Jin Yu Fry and Sam Hughes, I didn't really see anything too special about her. She's kind of a long, strong, strawweight. She's young, but I still haven't seen anything stand out about her. Kind of like, Pierre Rodriguez, I don't really see anything standing out technically about her, but at least I can say Pierre Rodriguez is a dog. Like Pierre Rodriguez, that girl, she'll dog you out. And she dogged Josephine Newton out. Like I can at least say she'll do that. Dudakova, I can't really pinpoint like one thing she does well either. Like it's hard to see Dudakova like crack top 15 in my opinion. I don't know if she will. I really don't. Like aside from her being like really strong, like in good shape and stuff, I just don't see too many things stand out about her. I know like in her early career, her jiu-jitsu was on point, but as she's getting higher up in the level, I don't really see too many girls that she's going to go in there and submit like that, which brings me to Fatima Kline. She's facing a much better fighter on the ground, a grown, well-rounded fighter. I mean, Fatima Kline, her jiu-jitsu, I mean, come on, speaks for itself. Like all these grappling tournaments she's been in and the people she's grappled with, people she's won and lost to. I believe she's grappled with Juju before. I think she's lost that for Fatima Kline. But she's beat Vanessa Demopoulos in grappling. She submitted her, I believe. But her MMA career a little different. She is becoming a well-rounded fighter. I think Kline's striking is looking better too. Like very, very good at throwing combinations. I mean, she was cracking Jasmine in that fight, in her, unofficial UFC debut, right? She was cracking Kline. Kline was cracking Jasmine with some shots. She was. I give her a lot of credit for, jumping up, take that fight. And she's tall too, she's 5'6", long reach too, and I believe she's learning how to use it. So to me, I think Kline has an advantage here on the feet and on the ground. Like I think that if they decide to trade, I see Kline coming out with the better work, even doing better on the ground too, man. Like If it goes to the ground, I believe she'll be in full control. Just a lot more things I've seen from her that seem she just seems a little bit more impressive. Let me put it that way. Like definitely her jujitsu, but I think her striking game too. A lot of things I can call out. A lot of things I can call out with Fatima Kline. Like if you ask me about Kline, I'll say, oh yeah, this girl is this girl is going to be a potential threat, I think, for 115 here. Good striking. She's long. She knows how to use her reach. A little bit of everything. Dudakova, I guess I could say she has some decent kickboxing and okay jujitsu, but not as high level. Like I think Kline is a much more closer to a well-rounded fighter. I'm gonna go with Kline though, man. I'm gonna go with Fatima Kline in this fight. Yeah. Yeah, I could see her being the favorite. I can definitely see her being the favorite. BJ said Dudakova's got to show us something though. Man, she got to show us something. She's got to show something. Yeah, I think most everybody's got Kline, Robot, Axel. Yeah. Air Mike, what's up? He said Dudakova's going to take a nap or she's going to tap. Yeah, I don't see her winning this one here, man. Like, when I saw her performance even against Sam Hughes, like she just didn't seem to have that ability to, really overcome what Sam was doing like in there. So I don't see her winning this. All right. The main event. I know a lot of people didn't ask for this rematch, but I'm a little interested to see how it's going to go. Like, I'm not like overly excited for this one, but it is 2025 and it is the first card. I'm just glad to see some fights. But it's good to see Ebos back down at 115, maybe hopefully getting her path, getting back into the mix here. All right, let's see. Dern, Ebos, main event. Let's see. Mackenzie Dern is 14-5. Ebos is 13-5. Ebos been spending a lot of her time at 125 lately, right? Over the past 2 years now, right? Going on 3 years, she's been more into the flyweight scene because back in 2022, she made her flyweight debut against Caitlin Chikagan and had a pretty good showing, right? Then she beat Arujo, lost to Macy Barber, came back down and beat Luana Pinheiro, then went back up and fought Rose. So she's kind of been, hanging around 125 more lately. And when you look at it, at first you think that, oh, since she's at 125, it is better for her. But maybe it is, like maybe durability wise, but when you really look at the record, look, like I said, I like Ebos. She's one of my favorite fighters to watch. But when you really look at the resume here at 125, it's 1-3. So even though she might be a little bit more durable, is she better technically though? Is she better technically? Not really. She's not really better technically because the record is speaking for itself here. She might be stronger. She might take a punch better at 125, but she is still losing to better stand-up fighters and still making the wrong choices in there, right? It's pretty obvious. I mean, we could argue she beat Caitlin Chikagan, but it was still a split decision. She still lost it, right? But then she got finished by Macy Barber in a fight where she could have won. She did have Macy leaking. If she had used better judgment as far as, when to engage with Barber and not try to pressure Barber. Because, I mean, the first round, I believe, the first round is when she got her eye socket fractured by Macy Barber. So that right there, that should have been a game plan where maybe Ebos should have been fighting from the outside. And that kind of leads me into this fight with Dern. Like, I think it's going to be necessary, 100% necessary for Ebos to make this an outside fight, an outside stand-up fight against Dern. You can't be on the inside trying to maul Dern, who's heavier and a lot more muscular now than she was before. Like the Dern she fought in the past was a little bit more undisciplined and uncoordinated, but this Mackenzie Dern might not be the best striker still, but she's improved, and I think she's a little bit more rugged on the inside. So even looking at this Macy Barber fight, yeah, if Ebos had maybe made some changes and stayed on the outside more, she probably could have won it. But it's even in that fight there, just some bad choices made. Yeah, going back down to 115, she beat Luana Pinheiro, moved back up, fought Rose and lost. So maybe 115 is better for her. Maybe 115 could be a better situation as long as she doesn't, lead with her chin. She can make 115, but I think style-wise, Ebos is going to have to make the right choices by, fighting smarter in these fights and using better defense, better defense. You can't be up in there always trying to slug with some of these girls. Don't slug with Dern now either. Dern got a little bit more muscle on her now than the last time they fought. Try to go in there and slug with a Dern that's slinging that power around a little bit more, you might get dropped. With that being said, I'm not saying Dern is like this. Like I said, Dern's not this high level striker. She's still not high level, but she does know how to throw somewhat better than she used to. That fight they had was 2019 October, almost 6 years ago now. That was her very first loss in her career. And, she did get out jabbed and outworked, and even on the ground, didn't look the best. So that kind of showed you that, at the time she was just undisciplined, really. But she put together a nice little win streak again. She beat Verna, which I thought was kind of controversial. Of course, she beat Randa, Hannah Cyphers, Nina Nunes. But then when she went right back in there and tapped in with some better strikers like Yan Xiaonan and Marina, she lost. She beat Tisha Torres in a close fight. I mean, she whooped Angela Hill. That was probably like her most dominant win to me. Like the fight where she was like in it for the whole distance. So I can say like that's like good proof that her ground and pound has improved, and her strength and her clinch game is kind of improved. But still, her takedowns, I don't think her takedowns will be that effective against Ebos. Ebos is a great ground fighter. I think Ebos's problem might be the head tossing. Like if she gets caught up in too much head tossing, Dern could get her back. But even on the feet, I think Ebos has the longer, more effective jab, and even like effective combinations. Because even when she throws a combination, she's still on balance and she can still circle. Sometimes Dern throws that weight around and she'll kind of be off balance. There is kind of a height difference here too. Like I think Dern's about 5'4". Ebos is what, 5'6"? You see, they list Ebos at 5'3". They list Ebos shorter than Dern. Is Ebos really shorter than Dern? How is Ebos 5'3"? I mean, was Ebos wearing high heels in this picture, man? Hold on. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. Or was she still standing on the scale? I mean, I thought Ebos was taller. I thought Ebos was taller than her. I mean, look, she looks taller. Yeah, B just said she's definitely taller. Yeah, I thought she was taller. I mean, how do they list Ebos 5'3" and Dern 5'4"? I mean, Ebos isn't as tall as Marina Rodriguez, but yeah, like right here, like Ebos ain't wearing high heels here, right? She's still just wearing her little sweatpants and stuff like that. Like you see Dern kind of looking up at her, Let me see, because when Rodriguez and Ebos fought, who was taller? Hold on. Rodriguez and Ebos. Well, I know. Yeah, I know Rodriguez is taller, but see, even at the Rodriguez and Ebos weigh in, they almost look like they were eye to eye. So she might be like 5'6". She got to be like 5'6" or something like that. Yeah, yeah, but she definitely stands taller because look at how tall she is there. Okay, look at how Dern is looking up at her, right? Now look at Marina Rodriguez, okay? Hang on. Look at Marina Rodriguez when her and Ebos face off. You see how they're facing off? They're almost eye to eye, right? Look. They're see they're almost these two here are almost eye to eye. I mean, maybe it's because of Ebos's posture here, but Rodriguez is almost looking at her straight ahead. So yeah, Dern isn't taller than Ebos because I still thought I still think that Ebos has a longer reach, not a longer reach, but well, longer reach, but not like the reach advantage, like I was about to say. But Dern, she still has a chance to use her overhand right. Let me put it that way. She still has a chance to connect because I think her IQ has gone up some several points moving forward here. But this should be an interesting go around here. Let's see this version of Dern, how she'll hold up against a Ebos who has went up. Now she's ready to come back down. Both of them have faced some hard losses though. Who who do y'all think's improved the most? Like, I think obviously Dern to me, I think obviously to me Dern has made like the more obvious improvements because she's had to, like, even like weight wise, physique wise. She stopped that clubbing, since she had that baby and everything. Like, she's made those obvious changes. Even striking, she had to because it was so sloppy. I think Ebos came in a little bit more disciplined from the jump. They both have taken some hard losses though, man. Ebos, Macy Barber, Dern, and Jessica Andrade. The Amanda Lemos fight. So I think Dern has faced some heavy strikers that have dealt out some heavy punishment. But yeah, Ebos, I think fighting Macy Barber and fighting at 125 is kind of taking a little something out of her, maybe. I know she's still a warrior. Even that Rose fight, I think Rose is hitting her with some good sharp strikes in that fight. But that Macy fight though took a lot though, man. It took a lot. Andrade against Dern, but I think Dern's chances have definitely closed in. I think they definitely closed in a little bit. I ain't gonna say 50-50. I will say 60-40 for Ebos still, because I am gonna pick Ebos in this fight. What about y'all? I think Ebos can still win this one. I think she's got the skill sets to do it. I still think that Dern's issue with stand-up fighters, it's just the fact that sometimes she overthinks it. She gets a little too excited, and if you try to force her into that fight, she'll be ready to jump into it, and it kind of just puts her in a mind frame to throw out all the technique. But yeah, I'm gonna still go with Ebos in this one, man. I think that Dern has changed. She's had some much needed improvements, but I don't think it's enough to surpass or go in there and just completely outclass Ebos. Now, hey, don't get me wrong, man. This is a 5-round fight. I think both of them are game for 5 rounds, honestly. But anything can happen. Like, if Dern was to win, I think it would be Dern maybe landing a big shot that kind of buzzes Ebos, and maybe her getting like that type of submission win off of a dizzy Ebos, maybe. But I think when it comes to just like complete control, just complete control of the technical side, I will go with Ebos in the fight. I'll go with her in the fight. I think she can nullify any takedown attempts. I think she can fight a little bit more patient off a long jab and long right hand. Should be good though. I think Dern will force the fight to Ebos at times, but I just think, man, Ebos will be, victorious in this one. So yeah, I'll go with her by decision. What about y'all? Okay, most of y'all already got Ebos too. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with Ebos again. Yep, I will stick it out. Stick it out with this girl Ebos. All right. Yeah, that's it on that card as far as the women. Okay. All right. So good stuff. Good stuff. It should be a good fight. I think the Fatima Kline fight is going to be a good one. So let's see, we got 2 strawweights and a flyweight fight. Then UFC 311 is the following weekend, right? I don't see too many women fights on that card. I think, yeah. There's one. There's Kiel Rosa and Eileen Perez, and that's about it. That's coming up this month. Then there's not another card until February 1st. So there's only 2 in January this year. Because that next fight we got is Jasmine and MBS. But I'm still waiting on the flyweight championship fight. I'm still waiting on the championship fight to be announced. Oh, boy, BJ said he got Dern by KO. Y'all see that happen? Dern KO's E-Boss like that? Everybody said, man, E-Boss needs to win this and get a rematch against Macy Barber. Maybe is Barber even fighting anyone? Macy's supposed to come back in. She's going to try to come back in April, but she doesn't have anybody lined up yet. She need to be fighting Aaron or Natalia Silva though. That's who she need to be in there with, right? All right. So, what else I say? Talk about a little bit. Oh yeah, Casey O'Neill. Let's see. Casey O'Neill has some info, but not much has been leaked. Of course, she just said she got some fight news coming up. Let's see. Where is it? Hold on. Just a second here. Oh yeah, we got Angela Hill and Ketlin Souza. Got that fight signed. Oh. Hey, what do y'all think, man? Yeah, Casey O'Neill. Okay, so Burt MMA posted up fight news soon for Casey O'Neill. Casey said fight news coming soon. He said, who do you guys think? Somebody in the comment section said Tracy Cortez because she posted she also has fight news. Oh man, it might be Tracy Cortez. Somebody said Lipsky in the comment section, but they already fought. Lipsky already beat her. But yeah, Tracy Cortez just said she had fight news. So it might be Tracy Cortez, y'all. See, yeah. See, look, Tracy Cortez a few weeks ago before Christmas said she has fight news. She says she has some big fight news coming up in January or March. Who do you guys think she's fighting this year? Somebody said nobody because she always pulls out. You think it's Lauren Murphy? I don't know if it's Lauren Murphy. I don't know if it's Lauren Murphy. You said Tracy Cortez. Casey beats Tracy 30-27. I don't know about that. I mean, it's possible she could win, but I don't know if she would 30-27. I don't know if she would 30-27 Tracy Cortez like that. Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, or Instagram. She said, okay, yeah, fight soon. You ask and you will receive. Okay. So she posted that up. And then, yeah, Tracy posted hers up via Helen Yee Sports. Okay. She's got some fight news. Could be. Let's see, December 14th. Well, I don't know. Look, December 14th, King Casey calls for Miranda Maverick fight next in March 2025. Miranda commented back. She said, Casey refuses to fight me. I've tried 3 times, one of which I would have only had a 7-day notice to fight her. And she said no. You hear that? That's what I'm saying. Like, there was a lot of unranked fighters even ducking Miranda. I'm like, why? And she's always willing to fight. So, yeah, Burt MMA posted that up. He put, King Casey calls for Miranda Maverick fight in March of 2025. So she called for that fight once she beat Jamie Lynn Horth. But Miranda responded and said she refused to fight me. I've tried to fight her 3 times, and one was a short notice, but not Courtney Casey, but Casey O'Neill said no. Why she want to fight her now? Why did she try to fight her then? Right? So I see Miranda Maverick is trying to get a fight with Jessica Andrade. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Casey O'Neill might be fighting Tracy Cortez. I'll be surprised, though, if they do give her another ranked fighter. Yeah, they're trying to, unless they are trying to get her to move up. Or, because, I believe she said she wanted to fight another ranked opponent. Yeah, Airmite, I don't think so, too. I don't think that she is the same. I thought she kind of revamped herself over the past 2 years, but then that fight kind of took something out over there. G. Frank said Casey would be a good matchup for Tracy's 120-25 fight. Right. Let's see that happen, right? What else? Yeah, Norma Dumont making a call out of Kayla Harrison. That's a good idea, right? That's definitely good. I know Kayla Harrison and, her team want to do the Ali thing. Ali, they want to do the interim fight. And a few days ago, I saw Norma had also responded to that, because I know Norma, she was looking to fight Rocky. She wanted to get a fight with her, but then she heard about this interim situation and said, hey, I'll do this fight. She was like, hey, I don't think we should do I don't think y'all should be trying to fight a fighter like Rocky, who's coming off of, a loss. Why not fight me? That makes more sense. So that's a good call out, because I was just about to say too, I heard Norma call out a lot of people, but I haven't heard the name Kayla yet. But as things are starting to close in now, Norma showing she wants smoke with everybody, and that's good. Now that she's calling Kayla out, I'm even more excited now. I want to see what she's able to do. And like she said too, when you look at them physically and technically, they are more so closer to evenly matched than Kayla versus Rocky at this point. Rocky's a little bit older. I thought Rocky would have done better against Juliana Pena, not fight down to her level, but she didn't really show anything outside of just putting on a good striking match. I thought Rocky had edged the fight, but I thought she could have did better. But when you match these two up, they're both young. They both want this fight. Norma, I think her striking could give Kayla some issues. Size-wise, she might be a problem as far as being able to take down for Kayla. So I like it. I like the fact that Norma wants this fight. And Norma, she's not really this full-time bantamweight either. So I think they would be in the same boat as far as many times as they had to make 135. Kayla's made it twice and Norma's made it twice now, right? Because for the most part, Norma's been fighting at that featherweight, like against Macy Chason, Aspen Ladd, and all of them, Chelsea Chandler. All those fights were like 140 and 145, but she wasn't really making 135 till she fought Irene Aldana and GDR. So they are kind of like on the same path here. Same amount of bantamweight fights, and both trying to come down to it. So I think that would be the only real issue here I see with both of them is like getting down to 135. Like seeing if Kayla can do this, seeing if Norma can do it. Now, if this was going to be 145, that would be so much better. But I think the weight is really going to be harder on Kayla's side. But you just never know how it could be for both here. Kopolov and Curtis. I might have to go with Kopolov. Yeah, I think I'll go with Kopolov in this fight. Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, I think this is gonna definitely make the bantamweight division interesting. If we can get this type of action going, it'll definitely make people start wanting more. Norma Dumont versus Kayla is a bantamweight title fight material. Who's Juliana Pena fighting though? Juliana Pena said she's gonna fight Kayla, but it has to be during International Fight Week, and that's gonna be like a 9-month return, So until then, who's Kayla supposed to fight? I'm like, yo, man, Kayla's got to fight too. Like, it's got to be soon. Like, Kayla just, can't sit around and wait. Like, can Pena come back sooner? No. Like, is she having some other health issues? Is there an injury? I don't know. So until then, something's got to happen. Like, yeah, honestly, I would like to see this for the official title. Like, I would like to see Kayla, like, let's say if Kayla beat Pena or Rocky for the belt, I would have loved to see Kayla defend against Norma. Or I'd like to see Norma and Kayla fight for the vacant belt. You know what I mean? That would have been good. That would have been some good action. Yeah, Paul, Big Norma, she's fearless, man. She's showing it. She's showing it. She's showing that she's willing to fight anybody and everybody, and I'm cool with that. But yeah, man, good to be back. Good to be back in the mix now. A new year's here. Got some new fights, new faces. A lot of the same, fighters we talked about last year. But there are some new faces here. I want to see, turn it up. Fatima Kline is back down to 115 where she needs to be. Let's see what Dern's able to do against Ribas this coming weekend. Y'all know I'll be on calling the card. First card of 2025. I'll be jumping on for it. But let's see. I might jump back on Friday. We'll do a little Friday show. Shout out to Axel. I might talk a little bit about this Manon interview he sent me. I have to go back and kind of read through it because it's in French. I'll have to kind of go back and read through the whole thing because, it's in subtitles. So, yeah, there's that where Manon's manager is discussing her comeback in the title fight. And he talks about a lot of different stuff too, which, I want to go back and listen to. Then I might talk about that on Friday. But might do a little open link show. BJ, if you down Friday, let me know. The weekend is wide open. Do a Friday show and jump on and call some fights on Saturday. So yeah, sounds good. Norma can take. Let me see. Norma can take this, in my honest opinion. Imagine the hype train getting derailed. I like Kayla. Don't get me wrong, but it could be interesting here because either way, there's a new star there. Yeah. I think if anything, Norma's the one that would have the tools to do it. But that's a good fresh fight for the division. BJ says Steve Garcia this Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. All right, we will be there. Sounds good. But yeah, might be doing a little Open Link Friday show, little Open Link Friday thing, Tune in and jump on if you want, BJ. I know we need to do that. Yeah, when was the last time Steve Garcia was on? I remember he's on a nice little tear too, right? I'll be back on, I guess 7:30 p.m. on Eastern time as well. that's when we'll be back on again. You know, it's New Year, so we gotta start amping it up. We gotta start ramping it up. Done had a week off or two, you know, vacation time. Yeah, 7:30, my bad. 7:30. The zero came off there. Yeah, Friday. Juliana Pena's living up to that MMA heel champion. Yeah, she's holding that title hostage, boy. Yeah, he's on a 5-fight KO streak, about to fight Edson Barbosa. Ooh, yeah, I think that's his toughest fight to date, right? Edson Barbosa's my man too, man. Barbosa, he got that left hook to the body, so yes, you gotta be very careful about that punch. Edson Barbosa ain't gonna be one to just lay down. So yeah, he's got a tough task ahead of him. Yeah, he's on a 5-fight win streak right now. That's his biggest step up. Yeah, because he finished Chase Hooper, you know, a few years back. You know, people hire on Chase. Chase, good fighter. Chase Hooper's a good fighter. But yeah, that was the beginning of his streak, right? I remember he finished Chase Hooper in like one round. That was pretty good. But yeah, this Barbosa fight, you know, I'm going record. Like I said, look, hey, rock with Steve Garcia fullest, and he know the task ahead. It's going to be a rough fight right here. You know, Edson Barbosa is durable, is crap. You know, he's durable. So, you know, Garcia got to take his time with him. You know, just take his time with him, pick him apart, you know, take him into deep waters. But don't go after it with Barbosa. You know, I think Barbosa, you know, he's gotten better with his stand-up, but there's a lot of holes in there. I think Garcia's style can expose him. You know, I think he could definitely, you know, Garcia got some heavy hands. He's dangerous, and he's getting them at the right time, man. So yeah, definitely got to slow it down a little bit in that type of fight. Because I was watching that last one Edson Barbosa was in, and my man was trying to knock Barbosa out, and he was making it hard for him. You know, Barbosa was making it hard for him. Edson Barbosa's boxing's gotten better too, so you know, it's gonna be a good fight. But yeah, I think Garcia, he can do it. I think Steve Garcia, he can definitely get him out of there. Just got to be a patient fight. Yeah, definitely biggest step up though. I'm gonna be tuning in. When's that? That's in February, right? Yeah, so yeah, he should be on the main card, right? Are they on the main card? They should be on the main card with that fight, right? Yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's the third fight up too, you know, right from the co-main event too. That's the Cejudo and Song Yadong card. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a good fight to promote. Yeah, I'm gonna tune into that. Definitely, everybody tune into that, man. On 5 p.m. Saturday Eastern time. Yeah, man, that's a good card. That's a really good card he's on. Yeah, for that UFC Fight Night card, I'm gonna definitely be watching that one. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna get up off of here now. Time to close this show out. Be back on Friday to talk with y'all. And yeah, kicking the new year off right. And hopefully this year we're gonna be getting the fights that we want. And hopefully this flyweight title fight gets announced soon. Right? But man, we got Whaley Suarez is on the horizon too, man. So I just, you know, I'm looking forward to a lot of this stuff we got coming up, man. This UFC 312 card already got me hyped. It's February? What's the date on it? Yeah, February 8th. So that's right around the corner, man. We're a month away, man. We are a month away. We're a month away from Suarez and Whaley fighting. So that's how we kick this thing off, y'all. All right, Todd Johnson said, great show. Appreciate that. All right, BJ. All right, all y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe on your way out. And I will catch y'all Friday. I'm out. Combo Breaker 99. Peace.